Good day. Today is the first of I don't know how many little videos we're going to do that are part of my new learning series. So I have had too many people coming in asking me to buy an RSP, or they say, I don't understand this, you just do it. So here is your opportunity to learn to understand it. So also, we are going to make this a little bit fun. Why does finance and personal finance have to be so serious? No gray suits here, 80s t-shirts, and we're going to make it a little light and a little fun, so it'll be fun for you to tune in and watch and learn. So today, we're going to do very, very high-level overview, starting with just the different kinds of investment plans. So we have registered plans, and non-registered plans. So registered plans, they can be a little pretentious because they come from the government. And it's basically the government saying, you know, we want you to save for yourself, but we're a little bit fancy. So here's our registered plan. No animals were harmed in the making of this video. This is actually my mother's fur coat from the 80s. Don't know what kind of fur it is. Okay, so we got our pretentious registered plans. So that can include your RSP, your first home savings account, your TFSA, your RESP, and your RDSP. Now we'll get into the differences behind all those plans down the road. This is just our regular old Joe, our non-registered or our open plans, they're sometimes called. Open, okay? So that means there's nothing special about it. You invest your money.
Nothing special.
You invest your money, you get your interest, you pay tax. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So each of these two people has made some money. There's $100 for you, pretentious girl, and $100 for you, regular Joe. Now, unfortunately, we all have to pay tax on that money. So when the tax man comes along, oh, tax time, give me $20. We're going to assume a 20% tax rate just for the sake of making things easy. So take my $20. Oh, tax rate. I need another $20. Get your crown back on. Fix your crown. Okay. But here's where the difference comes in. Here's where the difference comes in. Okay? The difference comes in now in each of them wanting to invest money. So pretentious registered plan, regular Joe non-registered plan are both going to invest within themselves, okay? And for the sake of making this easy, we're going to assume that we make 10% on our money, okay? So because Miss Registered Plan, though, invested in her registered plan, we get our $20 tax back as a tax refund.
Can you unspring me with the water?
So now, pretentious registered plan has $100 to invest. Well, regular Joe over here is still stuck with his $80, okay? So now they're each going to invest within their respective plans and make 10%. Do not come to me and say, hey, I want that investment that makes 10%. I can't guarantee that. But we're making it simple. So, okay, we're each going to make 10% on our money, okay? So, along comes our money making. So, in year one, we made 10%. So, now, pretentious plan has $110, okay? Now, Mr. Non-pretentious, non-registered plan is only going to make $8. We're going to pretend this is $8, okay? $8. However, when you make money, the tax man cometh. The tax man cometh. Fortunately,
Damn tax man.
for the pretentious plan, she lives in a sheltered little world. You're losing your crown. Look at that pointy crown. Hold your crown. Hold your crown. Okay. Pretentious Patricia here is sheltered. Well, regular guy now has to pay me 20% of that $8 that he just made. Okay? Well, pretentious Patricia over here does not have to pay. So she is sheltered from her plan. So now Taxman now owes me $1.60. Just give me $2.
Wait.
Thank you very much. So now pretentious Patricia has $110 now still, that's now going to make another 10%, where Mr. Regular Joe only has $86.40. Okay, so now the next year comes along and pretentious Patricia is going to make now 10% on $110, right? So that's $11. We're just going to say that's $11. Okay, so now you have $121. Okay, now on his $86.40 in year 2, you're now going to make $8.64 in interest. So we're going to assume that this is $8.46 interest. However, unfortunately now, for regular Joe, the tax man cometh.
Oh, not
The
again.
tax man cometh. So, yep, no, don't pay any tax over here. But
Oh.
for regular Joe, he's now got to shell out the cashola for the tax man. So now, instead of making his full amount, he's now got to pay on that $8.64. He's got to pay me $1.75 in tax. Thank you very much. So you see how this goes. If you're investing in the registered plan, pretentious Patricia over here, she's got a whole mitt full of money. She's got like $121 and change, something like that. You've got about $95. So that's the difference just between registered and non-registered, is every year that you make your investment return, a piece of it is coming out and going to the government. So now you have less money to get paid interest on every year compared to pretentious Patricia, who gets to compound and compound and compound and doesn't have that piece coming out every single year. So that's just the high level difference between non-registered and registered plans. So the next time we do video, we're going to see what happens down the road, because I can hear you saying now, oh, but Brandy, yeah. Pretentious Patricia is going to have to pay tax on that someday. You can't avoid the tax man forever. And this is true. And that's where we'll go in our next video. So that's it for today. And thanks for tuning in. And hopefully we will be able to do one of these maybe once a week with my two compadres. Thanks for being good sports. Ta-ta for now.